The next pattern we're going to talk about are super administrators. So there's sort of a long and heated debate about whether an application should even support the concept of super administrators. Super administrators usually have access to absolutely everything within a platform, but I'm not here to debate that right now. What I'm here to do is to show you how to model it. So if you want to add a super administrator uh, to your application, it's usually as easy as adding a top level platform object. And this object is something that all other objects in the system can trace their way back to. It might seem kind of annoying to have a platform object that everything can trace its way back to, but it can actually be useful for multi-tenancy if you want to have uh, users with individual, completely isolated subdivisions of a single hosted platform. But we'll go ahead and we will just add the super administrator, super admin to the platform object. And then we'll go ahead and we'll include the super admin in basically everything that we do. So the first thing that we have to do is we have to have a document have a parent. In this case, we're going to root the document directly under the platform. But we can extend that and we'll see how that works to add additional objects and have them all sort of trace back in a tree. And now on the writer, on the edit, we're going to say that we want to include the parent super admin. And that's enough to get started. So now we can add platform authz.com super admin. We actually don't have super admins in authz.com just for security reasons, and losing access to those credentials would be an absolutely awful thing. But this is just an example of, right, like if we wanted to have an authz.com and we also wanted to white label it for somebody else, then we could have a separate set of super admins and we could have a completely isolated set of everything tracing back up to that top level platform object. Okay, and now we should be able to see that parent super admin, right? We did not add the document. We did not give it the parent. Parent platform authz.com. And now we should see that the super admin shows up there. Okay, it doesn't seem very useful at just a single level of hierarchy, but let's go ahead and add folders into here. So here we can have a folder, and its parent can either be another folder or the platform itself if it's a top level folder. And then here we're going to add a synthetic permission. So we're going to say platform super admin. We're going to say that that is, actually we'll just say super admin, and that's going to either be parent super admin, or that's always going to be parent super admin. So if we end up recursively nested in a deeply nested hierarchy of folders, this will just keep following folders until it gets to the top level platform object, and there it will use the super admin. So let's go ahead and rehome our document under a number of folders. So the first thing we'll do is we'll say parent is folder leaf. All right, what does it not like there? Subjects of type folder are not allowed. All right, so parent is a platform or a folder. Okay, then we can take our leaf folder and we can nest that under intermediate. And then we can take folder intermediate and nest that under top level. And then we can take the top level folder and nest that under the platform itself. Okay, and now we can see that Jake is still allowed to view the document by virtue of being a super admin. We can also see who can edit the document, and we'll see that the super admin is included there as well. Yep. So Tom was a writer, but if we made Tom a reader, then now only Jake is allowed to edit the document. And then we can also do things like permission, delete the folder. And we could have who is allowed to delete a folder? Well, certainly the super admin should be allowed to delete the folder. And so now we can add in, we can also introspect who, let's just pick one, who is allowed to delete this folder. And Jake is allowed to delete the folder because Jake is a super admin. So as long as you just keep wiring everything back into a hierarchy that's rooted at a top level platform object, then you will get the ability to bring in this super admin for any operation anywhere along the hierarchy. All right, I hope that's useful. Thanks.